shipping. Today we're going to talk about shipping. So hopefully, hey there, how's it going? Simply Heather. Good morning. We do have question, there's a little question icon at the very bottom. So we're gonna pin right here. Please use the question icon when you have a question, so that way we can display it for everyone to see.
How's everyone today? Where are you guys from? What are you guys up to?
Happy Thursday.
Oh my god, it's Thursday.
It's Thursday. It's Friday Junior today.
I feel like this week flew by. What happened?
Yeah,
it's end of April, which is crazy.
Yep.
It's another month.
Yeah, it's going to be May soon, which is crazy.
What? That's like almost half a year.
Yes.
We spent half a year staying home.
No, I don't think we're there yet. So where's everyone from? What are you guys up to today? And how we're going to discuss shipping. So, if you have any questions or insights, please feel free to share them with everyone.
We have, this is called Coffee and Questions. So we do this every morning at 8 in the morning. So we talk about different topics every day. And today we're going to talk about shipping.
Yes, and here's to the first sip of coffee this morning. Delicious. Thanks, Michelle. She makes the coffee in the house, so it's very, very yummy. So we're Marina and Michelle. We're from Los Angeles area, and we do have a podcast. So what we started doing, this is day 8 that we do the coffee and questions, and we're also recording this. So if you miss it or you have to go and you want to come back and revisit it, it's going to be on our podcast recorded for you to hear at any time. So Reseller says, I'm working my full-time job from home. I'm in the suburbs of Philadelphia. What do you do? What's your full-time job? So Michelle and I we have secular jobs. Michelle is in marketing and branding. And I am an English teacher, so I teach English as a second language. We've been quite busy doing that as well, but you know what? We've realized about a month into it, when everything was kind of chaotic, that this is life now, right? So we've learned to kind of embed our reselling business into this new life that we have going on. Yeah. And as we've been listening to the news, life is not going to go back to normal anytime soon. So Ria says she's a caseworker for the state. Okay. So I would imagine you have your hands full and you're a pretty busy person, probably high energetic with a lot of energy to get a lot of stuff done.
Oh, so HR administrator and LA commuter.
Okay. So that's Tootsie Villa. I'm working in LA commuter.
Oh, we're neighbors.
HR administrator. Yep. We are neighbors.
All right, let's start.
So yeah, Ria says yes, she definitely has a lot of energy, which I can only imagine that you do, especially to be doing that and reselling.
So we want to chat about shipping. I don't know what platforms you guys are selling on, so we're going to talk about shipping cost, and the idea of free shipping versus paid shipping in general on eBay, Etsy, Mercari, Offerup, Shopify, and we're also going to talk about a little bit about private ship. So if you're selling on eBay, I think most of us are.
Wait, let's ask them. So would you mind telling us what platforms you guys are currently selling on? So we're selling on eBay, Mercari,
Etsy,
Offerup, Poshmark,
yeah, and Shopify.
Well, and Shopify. So Shopify is just, you do that when you have your own kind of domain name, and so you embed that to your website. So yeah, tell us below what platforms you guys are selling on so we get an idea. Okay.
So first thing, eBay, based on our experience, we feel that eBay offers pretty good discounted pricing on shipping. When you list an item, you have the option to do USPS or FedEx or UPS. So a quick tip. So if it's a small item, anything under a pound, we would always go with USPS because that's usually like around $5. But if it's over a pound, you can choose. You can choose between usually USPS and FedEx. Sometimes when I have a very heavy item, FedEx actually turns out to be really, really, really cheap and much cheaper than USPS. So when you list the item, make sure you take that into account. Sometimes when you put the price on shipping, you also want to make sure you calculate the shipping supply cost and handling fee just to pad it a little bit to make sure you're covered with shipping. A lot of people don't know, they underestimate the shipping cost, and that happens to us sometimes, and you end up having to pay the extra because usually eBay buyers are not very lenient with those type of things.
All right, so Tutsi Vila, her name is actually Sandra Avila. Oh, thank you so much. And my web promo said that FedEx scares me. So why does FedEx scare you? Does FedEx scare you?
No.
You're okay with it? Yeah, we're comfortable with FedEx. We're comfortable with USPS, and we're pretty comfortable with UPS as well, right?
Yeah, the thing with FedEx, maybe you can let me know the reason.
Tell us
my
more.
Web promos.
Yes.
So FedEx actually, they do free pickup, and USPS also does free pickup. You have to schedule it ahead of time, the day before, and they're free. And FedEx actually offers free insurance. So if anything happens to the package, they would cover it. And I heard it's easier to get a claim than USPS. So let us know why, maybe did you have a negative experience with FedEx? Let us know. Let's see.
Yeah, so what is this? You put a picture on here.
This is a shipping calculator
for eBay, right?
For eBay. Okay. And if you're on eBay, you can calculate shipping and even international shipping. A lot of times buyer would come to us and say, hey, how much would it cost to ship to Denmark? And what I would do is I would go on the shipping calculator and calculate and send them the cost and adjust the pricing accordingly.
So in order to find the shipping calculator, do you just find it on Google, put eBay shipping calculator?
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right, cool. So it looks like you can find the prices for USPS, FedEx, or UPS.
Yeah, and make sure you click on online rates, or they call it eBay rates, which is a discounted price for that.
Got it. Okay. Perfect. So what do you guys do? I was just curious, like, do you guys charge for shipping? Because I know a lot of people do free shipping and then they just raise their prices. We do not do free shipping. We tried to do free shipping before, and the reason it didn't work for us is because people were still trying to negotiate the price way down, which, then our profits were tiny, and probably, like, for us, it wasn't even worth doing the work. So we decided, like, you know what, we're just going to charge shipping, and that way we can negotiate the item price, and it's a little cleaner for us. So That's just what we decided.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a slide about that too.
Oh, is there really? Okay, great. So we'll go to the next one. Ria sells, who mostly sells on eBay, says she always charges shipping as well. Awesome. Do you take returns, Ria? So we do not. We actually opt out of the returns. We do not take returns, which we're happy with that because we're busy with our jobs. We don't have time to deal with returns. So of course, if someone's extremely unhappy, we'll take it. We always want to make the seller happy, but for the most part, we hardly ever get any returns, and we're pretty happy about that.
Yeah. So another thing that I don't know if you guys know is that eBay, there's an option where you can do domestic and you can also do international shipping. So there is a section, because they kind of changed their layout recently. So there's a section that says, under shipping details, you're going to have to click on edit. And I don't know if you guys have the same layout. I think different accounts have different format. Under shipping details, you click on edit, and then there's a section that says international shipping, and there's a check mark there. Make sure well, it depends. If you want to ship internationally, do that. There is a trick to international shipping. Sometimes they're not very good with tracking the product as soon as it crosses a border. So, it's a hit or miss, but in most cases, like we've shipped a NASA photo to France and that arrived, safely.
We've shipped a lot of things to Europe and they arrived just fine, but we've also had a couple issues where things get lost, particularly to Mexico recently. And the thing about that is eBay does still protect you because under their policy, if something goes awry, they're not gonna. It's not gonna mess up your seller performance, which is amazing for international shipping.
Yeah, super important when you do international shipping. Make sure you have tracking information because some people may say, "Hey, I want to save a buck or two," and then they can't track it, and then they say, "Oh, I didn't get the package." So then you're gonna lose on your end as a seller.
Yeah. So Tootsie Avila asks, do you have a scale you recommend and what poly mailers?
I'm going to grab it.
Yeah. So she's going to go grab the scale really fast. And we actually have 2 scales. We have a small scale for items that weigh 1 or 2 pounds. And then we have a larger scale for items that can weigh over, 50 pounds. So do you use this one now for the smaller items as well?
I do.
Okay.
So this is called Smart Weigh. And the thing is, Marina also works on books, and she ships them to Amazon. So it's important to get a scale that can actually hold really heavy items. So this one holds up to 440 pounds. It's called Smart Weigh. If you need the model number, we can send it to you. But if you have a pen, it's ACE 200.
Yeah, and again, we got that on Amazon. So my web promo says I charge for shipping unless it's less than a pound. Yeah. I might charge. And then Reseller says she's never had a return again.
Wow,
so that's
lucky you.
Congratulations on that. That means you're doing something right. And then my web promo says I love selling international on my own instead of GSP. What is that?
Global service provider.
Oh, so how does that work? My web promos. How do you do it on your own versus global service provider? You mean like outside of eBay?
Yeah, eBay has this program that lets you pay a pretty affordable shipping rate and the buyer will still get it. But you have to ship it to the airport and then they kind of like work on it on their end. They have this collaboration. I've had one issue because I shipped an item to Australia and it didn't get there and it was an expensive item. So that eBay was nice enough to kind of give us the refund and give the buyer a refund, so they ate the cost. But there's always a risk with international.
I mean, there's always a risk with shipping, to be honest, right? Yeah. But most of the time, things go well.
As far as poly mailers, we have a 15 by 11 poly mailer that we get from Amazon, and they actually sell it in like a case of 200 or 300, so it depends on what you want. The quality is pretty good, and I can send you a link if you
DM us.
Yeah, DM us.
We could send you a link.
And
the ones we buy, they're just clear poly bags, and they do have the non-suffocation warning or the suffocation warning, and we do get different sizes. We make sure to poly bag everything because the weather, right? So we don't want anything to get wet. So my web promo says I click down at the bottom and choose international first class and ship through Pirate Ship. Sweet. Yeah. That's awesome. Okay, I understand what you mean. So the rates are kind of on your own. They're not through eBay. I get that. Okay.
So we have 4 sizes so far. This is the tiniest one. So it's for little items, potentially books. Sometimes we sell books. This is the biggest one. So this would fit a jacket if you'd like, any shirt, any clothing items that's quite big and bulky. This is really the best.
Okay, cool. All right. So again, keep those questions coming. So we can display them, and even if we don't know the answer, somebody in the chat definitely will be able to answer.
Yeah.
All right. So let's
I'm trying to caffeinate myself.
So we get our bags on Amazon, and if you guys are interested in knowing which ones exactly, just go ahead and DM us, and we can show that to you.
Yeah, we'll share a link with you. So far, it's been great. And if you have any questions on shipping supplies, we have tapes. We have like a really good quality tape, because sometimes, you know, the thing that really bugs me the most is when you tear the tape and then you can't find where it belongs. Like, and you have to like take 5 minutes to find the end of the tape. So yeah, any shipping supply information you need, well, we're here.
Well, for shipping though, if you have an eBay store, right, you get free.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll talk about that in a minute. All right, is this one done? Is this page done?
Yeah.
All right. So, still new to eBay. What are eBucks or free eBay tape? Yeah, we're gonna discuss that, Trish, in a second.
Trish.
I guess Michelle put up some slides together. So.
So this is the shipping rate for Mercari. So again, if you're, depending on what items you're shipping, if you're shipping bigger items, you can kind of strategize on what platform to sell it on so people are more willing to pay for the shipping cost. Did you have something to add?
Oh, just really fast. If you guys have questions, if you wouldn't mind adding them down below, we have
like a question mark.
A little question icon, and then that way we could display the question for everyone to see.
Yeah.
That would be really awesome.
So Mercari shipping has been changing for the last year. They've changed twice. It used to be a lot more affordable, and now they're increasing their rate. So I'm not sure what's going on. When you list an item, you can choose which carrier you want. So in our case, we're going to keep choosing FedEx and USPS because UPS does charge pickup fee, and we don't want to go to the store. So in most cases, it's USPS and FedEx again, and Mercari now needs you to put in the weight information and the dimension in order for them to spit out a shipping cost for you. So this is a general idea of how much it'll cost by the different shipping carrier.
Yeah, and so again, USPS, FedEx, they pick up at your house for free. UPS can do the same for a fee. You do have to set up accounts with USPS as well, Michelle?
Yes. So you have to have an account with USPS.
Okay, so you have to set up online accounts with everybody. It's free to do that. You can also drop off UPS boxes at UPS stores, at Staples. They take the UPS shipments, and third-party like mailing places. Right, like we have a place called Postal Annex, and we go there sometimes.
Yeah. Oh, that's another trick. If you guys don't have a post office near you or a FedEx near you, it could be a hassle to just drive and drop one package off. I'm sure you guys have different like mail places in like little plazas. They always have this thing that says mail service or mailbox,
and they'll take everything.
You can drop it off there for free.
I'll get the doggy.
I guess someone is awake. I am not awake yet. So Reseller says, which platform do you prefer, and do you sell on Poshmark? Yes, we're going to talk about Poshmark. So we sell on eBay, Etsy, Poshmark, Mercari, Offerup, and sometimes Tradesy and Grail, but we're not super active on there. And then we have our own store and on Shopify.
So my web promo says, when you buy something on eBay, some items give you eBucks. They start accumulating, and you can use them whenever you buy something else, same as cash.
So she's helping.
Thank you for answering that question. Yeah. For Trish. Now, were you going to say something more about the eBucks, or?
No, we can talk about it later.
Wait, so really fast, Reseller is asking which platform do you prefer? And so yes, we do sell on Poshmark.
Oh, okay.
Do you have a preference for a platform?
Which is your favorite? I really like Poshmark because you don't have to deal with shipping. It takes the question out of the way. Yesterday we sold a bundle of random items, like a blanket. We sold like 2 toys, a mug, and Poshmark basically gave us a label of 5 pounds, and I weigh the items, and they were 5 pounds. So
same as Michelle. So she just said Poshmark was her favorite platform. Poshmark is, gosh, it's almost like, I don't want to say love hate, but it's a lot of work. But we love Poshmark. It's definitely my favorite as well. You do not have to have so many conversations as you do with like eBay and Mercari.
And the shipping supply, I'm sure you guys all know, it's free. So Poshmark only uses priority mail, which I'm going to talk about.
Yeah, USPS. Okay, so we'll talk about that in a minute. Again, please ask the questions in the little question mark icon so we could pin them. But Reseller says, I'm interested in selling on Etsy. Do you like the platform? We love Etsy. It's been doing really well for us as well. And yesterday we talked about Etsy in our live. Now that live has expired, but we have published it already on our podcast. So you could find it. It's called the Flippin podcast. You could find it on Spotify, Anchor, and Apple Podcasts. So yeah, so check it out. It really discusses like why we think you should be selling on Etsy if you're not already, and you should totally jump on that right away. All right, so
thank you, High Caliber.
High Caliber Reseller.
You know what? Sharing is caring. We get a lot of information from the reselling community, so this is just
and from you guys too. So we appreciate all of you guys just sharing and on your Instagram accounts and just being active and teaching us everything we know as well. So let's go ahead and put the next picture up there, which I think is this one. Oh, here we go. Yeah.
So Offerup, I have a love-hate relationship with Offerup. First of all, Offerup is kind of like the new Craigslist. You get flakers a lot. However, a lot of people don't know that Offerup does shipping too. Surprisingly, when we looked at last year's data, we sold a lot of stuff on Offerup, and I didn't realize it.
This was our number 2 selling platform, correct?
Yeah. And I wasn't actively listing on Offerup, which is the craziest thing.
We listed and list and forget on Offerup, and it was our second highest profit maker last year.
Yeah, and their commission's great. They don't really they take 8 to 10%, I believe, when you do shipping, and of course, when you're meeting with someone, there is no commission or anything. The coolest thing about Offerup is that their shipping rate is ridiculously cheap.
Yeah.
For big items, I know a lot of people sell big items on Offerup, but small items, surprisingly, you could sell them. We were selling this set of antique toy cars, like die-cast little cars, and someone bought the whole set, and so I was really shocked because that would be something that you would sell on eBay and not on Offerup. So it doesn't hurt to try Offerup. There's no listing fee or anything. It's quite easy to use. The drawback about Offerup is that they don't let you list on the computer, so you have to use your phone. Mm-hmm. Now going back to shipping. It's ridiculously cheap again to ship big items. So if you look at the $13, that's for 10 to 20 pound items.
That's amazing.
So if you're shipping a guitar case, it's $13. We've shipped a painting before on Offerup. And so try it. It doesn't hurt.
I mean, compared to eBay, like we sold a VCR DVD player, and the shipping for that was
like $50 or something.
Well, a little bit less. I think it was like $35. Yeah. But still, like if they would have bought it on Offerup, it would have only cost them $13 to ship. And we cross-list, against all these platforms. So anyway, okay. So we do have a question from Tootsie Avila. Do you think having a reseller name is important? And it looks like, let me just make the background a little easier to read. High Caliber Reseller says, I think a reseller name helps, LOL. And what do you think, Michelle?
Yeah, so that's a great question. I have a background in branding, so I obviously is all for how you position yourself to the world, right? How you present yourself to the world. So having it really depends. If you want to do this as a hobby, probably wouldn't matter so much. We started it as sort of like a side hustle, and now it's growing. So since day one, of course, I'm into branding, so I would definitely think having a name is important. You never know where the business will take you. Even if it's a hobby, maybe you're going to blow up and start wholesaling items, buying wholesale and selling it on Amazon. So retaining the name is important. Sorry. It's a party here. So hopefully that answers your question. And if you have questions on, what name would be effective, we do some branding work. Yeah. So
I did want to say something about that. Michelle touched on a good point. Where do you see yourself? Do you see yourself, like, if you want to brand yourself as a reseller, then it is kind of important, in our opinion, that you do have something that says that you are a reseller in your title. For example, high caliber reseller, right? It's very clear in his name what he does. So for us, we chose the name Flippin Gals, and we just recently rebranded. If you see, our logo has changed slightly, but we're pretty comfortable with the name because in the reselling community, people kind of know, like, okay, flipping means flip items, right? Buy something and making a profit out of that, right? So so again, like, if you see yourself, like, you maybe want to grow a brand in the reselling category, then definitely try to come up with the name where people see the name and instantly connect it to reselling. Okay, so shall we continue?
Yeah.
All right, so Titsia Avila says, I want to do it, but for some reason my sales are snail low. So yeah, there's definitely different reasons why your sales can be low. And we do have a book out. We do have a book out, Top 20 Reseller Mistakes, which touches on that. Sometimes making some mistakes, maybe one mistake, but little things can affect your sales. And our book has 20 of them, and our book is available on our website.
What are you selling, Tootsie Villa? Just out of curiosity. So someone asked about Etsy. Yeah, so Etsy is not like a Poshmark where they send you a label and you can print it and stuff. Etsy's shipping format is sort of like eBay, where you set the shipping cost and then they send you a label once you print it. So they send you a label once you process it.
So how do you set the shipping cost?
So
on Etsy?
My experience on Etsy is I used to set a set price for that, but now I always choose enter custom shipping options, which allows Etsy to calculate, depending on where they're located, it'll automatically calculate the shipping cost, so you don't have to guess, or you don't have to. Unless if you're selling a candle all across the board, you're going to know how much it'll cost. But for us, we sell a lot of random items. So we always choose the option to have them calculate the shipping.
So my question is, do you have to put the item dimension and weight in there for them to do that? Okay.
Yeah.
So all you really need to know is how much it weighs, what the dimensions are.
Yeah.
And then Etsy, depending on where the buyer lives, will tell them what the shipping is for their area.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Correct.
Cool.
So that's Etsy.
So my web promo says, I used to promote websites, products, and services. That's why my web promo is nice. So are you my web promos, are you getting into mostly reselling now, or are you still also doing the promoting of websites?
Okay.
All right. So we're going to move on.
All right. So we talked about the different platforms. This is Poshmark. We briefly talked about it. There is a website there, but obviously you're not going to take the website right now because it's so long. But Google USPS free shipping supplies, and you can request free shipping supplies, boxes, even tape and labels. They send those to you.
USPS?
Yeah.
They have free tape?
Yeah, I think so. The free prior. Yeah, I think so.
Okay. We haven't ever ordered it though.
No, because we use our own.
Okay. Do you guys get free tape from Priority Mail? I know they do have the free labels. I've seen different resellers take those labels, stick them in their printers, and then you can just pop them on the boxes. Do any of you guys do that?
So Poshmark, all sizes, USPS, they have boxes for shoes. They have boxes for I usually get the small box and the envelope. So if you're selling clothes, you just put in the envelope or even the small box. But I also get the large boxes because for something like a trench coat, you have to get the large box to fit that.
And so these are all free, and they can deliver them to your house.
Yeah,
so you don't have to go out.
To your house.
In fact, if you're planning on getting a lot, you should have it delivered because, you know, right now it's limited at the post office, and like if you don't have to go out, you know, and then let's see here.
And just be cautious when you order the free supplies. There is a section that has a flat rate. Flat rate boxes, don't get those because those are for flat rates.
So they look very similar, but then you have to find the title.
Exactly.
So for eBay, it's priority mail also, not flat rate.
For eBay is wait, what?
Can you use flat rate boxes on eBay? Okay. But on Poshmark, it's priority mail only, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, Trish Von 99 says, I have free tape and stickers you have to call. What kind of stickers are those? Are those the label stickers?
Yeah.
And then Ria Sells says, I get free boxes and I didn't know they had free tape. So I didn't know either. I swear every time we have these lives, I learned something new from Michelle.
I don't really use them because they're kind of flimsy.
Oh, really?
And then, you know, going back to eBay. So someone had a question about eBucks and eBay. eBay offers, so if you have a subscription, I believe it's $29 a month for the store.
For the cheapest subscription?
For the cheapest subscription.
It's $25, I think.
You get, no, the subscription is $29 a month. And then you get $25 per quarter for free shipping supply. So there is a code. Every quarter they give you like a little code. I believe it's under account and you have to click on promotion codes or something like that. There's a section. Buy eBay tapes, buy eBay boxes. As you know, we don't always use priority mail boxes for eBay because you can only use it when you choose that option. So don't waste your money. You know, $25 is a lot. We bought the tape for $25 and it comes in like, I don't know, 16 rolls or something. There's a lot.
A lot of tape. And we use it all the time. Yeah. And we use it just for our eBay packages, right? Correct. And before, when our store was much bigger, we used to get $50 a quarter.
Correct.
Yeah. So it depends on how large your store is. And then we're going to go to the next slide, I guess. Yeah. But we didn't talk about the free things that UPS offers. So the UPS store also has free things. They offer 50 sticker labels, and they offer other things too. I just don't remember what they are, but you would be surprised at all the free stuff that we've paid money before for on Amazon. But again, the labels that USPS offers has like a lot of, you know, USPS drawings on it, right? The UPS ones is all white, and it has one little line that says UPS.
I feel like UPS is like the abandoned child.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know about the UPS one, but we do use it. All right, so we're going to go on the next one. And anyway, here we go.
So Shopify. So I know a lot of you guys use platforms like eBay. Shopify is a tool where you can build your own shop. And it's very affordable. It's $30 a month. And you know, it's a similar things, except, you know, you just have to like categorize your items. You kind of have to set everything up. You can put more than just products. You can put your YouTube videos there. And, you know, today we're going to focus on shipping. We can talk about Shopify another day. So shipping there, Shopify gets a discount too through USPS. So it is similar. The rate is basically the rate you get for pirate ship. Not the eBay rate, but the pirate ship rate, and you know, and so that's it. And you enter your weight, you enter dimension, it spits out a label for you. So that's Shopify. Yeah, Shopify is awesome. Like Michelle said, we'll talk about that another day. But oh my gosh, it's another platform to sell your things on, and it's quite lovely. We just had a friend who wanted to buy a puzzle from us. So we sent her the Shopify link. And the cool thing about Shopify is that you don't have to pay, I think you don't have to pay a commission, right? No, you don't pay a subscription and a credit card transaction fee. Yeah, you only pay for your monthly subscription and for the credit card transaction fee. That's right. How do you drive traffic to Shopify? Well,
We do have a way that we're gonna do it, and we could definitely talk about that another time. But right now we're using Shopify to send links to people who want to order from us that we know. So we have friends who want to buy stuff from us, and instead of them using like Poshmark or eBay, where those companies are going to get 20% of our profit, we use Shopify, and our friends buy directly from there. It works exactly like all the other platforms. Very simple to use, except again, you don't pay a commission. So we're going to go to our very last slide here, which is, oh no, we have three more slides.
We talked about this. So free shipping versus paid shipping. Most buyers want to, look for free shipping, of course. However, the seller also jacked up the price to include shipping. So to us, it really doesn't make any difference. I think it's fair for them to pay for the shipping cost. So we choose paid shipping versus free shipping in this case.
Yeah, I mean, like, we feel like if they really want the item, they'll pay for the shipping. Yeah. Or sometimes they'll ask you about it. We're comfortable with doing paid shipping.
And then if you offer free shipping, you could use Pirate Ship. And Pirate Ship is cheaper than USPS.com. So it's just another tool where you can print labels, and it's actually more affordable than you doing it at the post office.
But isn't it comparable to USPS sometimes?
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes it can come out cheaper.
USPS, if you go on USPS, it's more expensive.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But if you go on Pirate Ship, you get a little bit of discount. So for those of you who offer free shipping, you probably are using Pirate Ship or something similar.
Very cool. And so wait, what companies do they offer through Pirate Ship? Is it just USPS separate. Or do they have other shipping
I think
companies?
It's just USPS.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't shipped FedEx unless you guys have any experience doing FedEx.
And then it's free, right?
Yeah.
It's free to use it, free to make an account.
Yeah.
It's pirateship.com.
Correct.
Right? Okay,
yes.
Cool. All right.
Next. So just a summary, these are the platforms we talked about. I think our favorite one is, again, Poshmark out of everything, just because you save money on supplies, and, you don't have to worry about weighing the item or, and printing the label. It's so easy. So that's it.
Well, I did want to say one more thing, because Reseller was asking how to drive traffic to Shopify. And I think it's just like any other platform. Every one of these platforms that you see on there has their little trick to driving traffic. Etsy, for example, they get their traffic just by somebody downloading the Etsy app. Most of our traffic comes from people just exploring Etsy, which is crazy, right? But you can also get traffic on all of these platforms by having accurate descriptions on your products, and somebody does a Google search. So we've had people that we don't know, have never met, buy products from us on Shopify before. So really important, just have good descriptions on your products. When someone does a Google search, they will find you. Shopify is very SEO friendly, just as all these other platforms are. And we do have a question. Rhea asks, Pirate Ship uses USPS?
Definitely, correct. So actually, you were shipping a box to your sister. You want to talk about it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was shipping a care box to my sister a couple months ago. She needed antibacterial and a couple masks. So I had all of those things. And I shipped her a good size box.
And it was priority mail.
I would consider a large box. Now, she does live only about an hour and a half away, but it cost me $8.50 to send that box. And I was like very surprised.
Yeah.
Because it was so inexpensive. So
even if you're not selling any item, highly recommended Pirate Ship.
Definitely. And so I think that's it for today. We're really happy that you guys joined us.
Yeah, thanks for asking all these questions. It's really nice to kind of interact with everyone.
Yeah, and so happy Thursday Junior to you guys. We hope you kick some ass selling today, relisting, taking pictures. DM us if you have any other questions. This will be going live on our podcast if you need a recap. And we look forward to seeing you guys. Oh, we have one more question.
And if you guys have any other questions or want us to cover any topic, we do this every morning. So we would probably choose a topic from, your suggestion and talk about it.
Yeah. So please, if you have any questions on topics, DM us. We could do a whole entire live on that. And it's funny that Tootsie Avila is asking about label printers.
Oh my God.
Because we're going to talk about that during one of our lives. It's kind of like a lot to discuss. And unfortunately, we are out of time today, but we'll keep that in mind as a topic, Tootsie Avila. So again, thanks for being interactive.
Hi, Bill.
Good morning, Bill. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a beautiful day.